it appears that the developer was correct, of course. It was a very simple fix.
Greetings, Consul General. You have been in cryostasis for quite some time, sir. Do you need me to catch you up to speed?
I'm gonna go ahead and do the tutorial for everybody to see. Sure.
General, after the collapse, we came to this barren planet as a refuge to call our new home. Over the past several centuries, the population and infrastructure of this planet have slowly grown, to the point where now we can once again return to our rightful place in the stars. But before we can do that, we must develop this planet's industrial capabilities. The best way to accomplish this is to have the civil engineers begin building the required facilities.
You can see it says, click here to construct new sectors or buildings. And it's got the little box highlighted.
We will need a
Red
factory
box.
complex to produce the components and armaments for our vessels.
Okay. So let's go ahead and build the factory.
While the factory complex is under production, we should start construction on the other sectors we need.
Alright. So we need a shipyard now. Go ahead and build a shipyard. Build a shipyard right there. Now we're gonna build the spaceport. Put that right there.
This core infrastructure combination will allow us to produce a starting fleet and explore the reaches of space. The first step will be to design new ships to be built.
Alright. Click on the ship designer button.
I will let our engineering officer take it from here.
Good to see you, Consul. Hopefully we can put a little fight back in the stars. I recommend we start with a cruiser-class hull. It isn't the strongest, but it has a very versatile ship build.
That voice sounds familiar.
Notice the design layout of the cruiser hull, and how many weapons and other components it can hold. Now that you have a good idea of what the hull can hold, take a moment to design your first build.
Alright. Click on the engines tab then. Let's put an engine on there. Drag components from the left to the right. There we go. Once you have equipped the engines, click weapons. Go to the weapons tab. And these are all the different weapons options we have. My last video I didn't do very many weapons. I'm gonna do lots of weapons this time. Hey, look at the range on these things. 20,000. I'm gonna take that because I like the long range. The Hwacha missile. Hwacha. Right. We got engines, we got shields, we got the hull selected. No shields available. Let's take offensive troop drops. Then take a supply cargo bay and an offensive troop transport bay. Click save. As usual, I'll just call click.
Now that we have finished designing the ship, let's put it into production.
See if I can change. I guess not. Oh, you know what it is? It's a tutorial. It might be a small bug in the tutorial. Well, I'm glad I captured it.
Here in the shipyard, the hull designs are built. The components needed are taken from the warehouse stockpile and constructed to the design specifications. If the warehouse does not have the components needed, it will have to order them from the factory. Production of all required components must be completed before the shipyard can begin construction on the hull design. It is a good idea to have regularly used components built by factories often and stockpiled, so they are available if you need to build ships quickly. When construction is complete, the newly created ship will be moved from the shipyard sector to the spaceport.
You know what? I think I made a design that it can't afford. Oh, maybe not. Excellent.
Now that the design has been completed, you can launch your new ship into space. If you want ships to be launched immediately, you must give a standing order to automatically launch all new ships from the spaceport.
And that's the button I just clicked right there. That auto launch button. You can toggle it off and on. And that's the end of the tutorial. Just teaches you the basic mechanics of the game. It's very simple, easy to understand.